What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, and today we're on the Newlands server. And just kind of show y'all some of the stuff that I've been working on. We're going to be working on our new house. Remember, this was just a temporary box to keep us in until we sort of got on our feet. But now that we're on our feet, we can have an actual house. And the house that I've designed is pretty rustic. It's very simple, but I like it. We're going to be doing some work on it today. This is essentially it here. So we're going to need to put some glass in. We're also going to need to, I want to put a bunch of vines kind of growing off this thing. And one of the cool things is that it's completely covered on the top by trees. Some of them are natural, some of them I added in myself, but it gives it gives it a completely covered appearance in a lot of ways, so that's really cool. So let's go ahead and let's start placing us some of these vines. So I stole most of these from the nearby swamp, and we'll just let them grow naturally because they'll do that for us. And just kind of cover everything up and just see how it goes from here. But I hope everybody's been having a good week. My week's been a little bit interesting, but it's been going okay, I guess. Had some issues come up that I had to deal with, but that's pretty much everything, I'm guessing. Go. That's gonna look cool. Although I kind of need to get that top one so that it hangs down properly. There we go. Let's break that. Place that there. That's going to grow in its place. Should have thought about that before I placed that tree. But I've been working on a lot of this stuff off camera just because I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. Trying to figure out a style and get a design going. Go. I got some new projects that are going to be starting up pretty soon. We have the chunk server, which we had kind of had a warning that it was going to be going away a while back. It looks like that's actually going to happen, mainly because there's almost no players anymore that are on, and there's really no collaboration anymore. It's pretty much just myself and Blur and Chris on the server. And so we're going to be ending Chunk, and I've got a brand new project that's going to be starting up probably here in a couple of days. Don't know if I'll get to put it up in the chunk spot this coming week, but it will certainly be going in that spot into the future. So yeah, it's kind of sad that Chunk is ending, but we kind of knew that we had a pretty good idea that that was going to come down the pipe anyway. But it still sucks. I mean, you hate to see the work that you put in go towards nothing. But that's how it goes sometimes. And looking back on it, I mean, it's the right decision to make. It really is. Because, I mean, what it's basically become is a very expensive Let's Play world for me, because I maintain the hosting on that. And like I said, it just seemed like after all that it was the right thing to do to just, end it and move on to something better. And so that's what we're going to be doing. I will shoot one more episode of Chunk, so that'll probably go up on Tuesday, providing I don't have some footage for the new server. Now, if I have some footage for the new server that I'm going to be on, then I'll put Chunk up just as a an extra secondary video. But yeah, I think this is going to look pretty cool. We're going to get some glass cooking up. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to stain it green. That's why I've been collecting a lot of cactus, so that we can get some cactus green. Need some more wood. Let's get some wood. I probably shouldn't be using wood to run the old smelter here, but I mean, heck, I do live in a jungle. I have saplings for days. Why not? Let's get some glass started up with some sand. Oh, well, never mind. We'll cook cactus green first. How much time has that got left? Oh, that'll get you done quick. We'll switch to sand on that one. And there we go. Let's switch to sand. Excellent. Put this gold up. This is a very precious commodity right now. As you can see, my chests are in horrible disarray. I've had some stuff going on, and I've just been throwing stuff in chests, trying to get it put away. I died a couple of times due to monsters, of course. That's always fun. Let's take a quick trip over to spawn, and I need to get a few things out of some chests. So, need to figure out what we're going to do with this tunnel right here. I haven't completely decided how I'm going to do it. I kind of want to do something with stained clay, but clay is just so hard to get a hold of a lot of times. It's a bit aggravating. I'll probably do something similar to what I did with Chunk, where we did, we used things like stone and stone brick and stuff like that. That's the west gate. I'm going the wrong way. I always get confused in this spawn area. Where are you at? Hear you. There you are. Thank you. Oh, you didn't even drop any. Didn't even drop any gunpowder. That's not fair. I've been collecting the gunpowder because... What the... Okay. What does this say? Thought you could use some decorations. Team Sweden. I know exactly who this is. This is the doing of Dadu and or Dino. Oh God, probably both. Yeah, does this go? Oh, it goes upstairs too. Okay, fair enough. Of course, this means one thing. The party can begin. Wait a minute, where am I? I'm confused. There's too many flowers everywhere. I'm just curious about something quickly. If I take this, I doubt I can, but can I? No, I can't. Well, it was so nice of them to plant so many beautiful flowers in and around the area. We're definitely going to have to repay them. Gonna have to, and you know, we're gonna end up with a lot of red dye, I think. I wonder if we could use that for something. We're gonna have to think about that. So yes, Team Sweden, huh? Okay. Let's see. How does it go? Is it like that? It is like that. Okay. while I'm here, let's get what I actually came for. I think that'll do for now. Need the rain to stop. Actually, that rain might be just fine. Let's see if a Swedish flag will burn in the rain. No, doesn't look like it. We'll just have to wait for it to finish. So yeah, we've got so this is the work of Dadu here. Hello, kitty. And Dino over here. I don't know about these people. They got some weird building styles. Strange way to design a house. Yep. I don't know about these people. Looks like they haven't cleaned in days. Weeks, months even. I don't know. These Swedish people, they don't look, they don't keep their house maintained. They got vines hanging down. They got people riding around in mine carts. I don't know about these Swedish people. So, on another note, it is Halloween on the server, and they have a little contest going on about who can decorate their house better. I unfortunately have been out working at my little base area trying to get some stuff established, so I haven't really had any time to put into that. But it's good to see that other people have gotten into the spirit a little bit. We're going to head back over and maybe play with our glass a little bit. I actually marked mine with redstone torches because I got tired of losing my spot. But seeing as to how we have an abundance of red dye, I'm thinking we might use that as part of our nether tunnel. I think that might be a good thing. Let's go inside before we get murdered. Got some glass cooking up, some cactus green cooking up. Let's grab this stuff now. Go to our crafting table. Do like that. Drop a piece of cactus green in. There we go. And do a sleep real quick. And let's get out here and get to work. Oh, and you know what? No, that's not what we're doing. Get back inside. Oh, I hate the store. There we go. I like the wooden doors. The problem is that the zombies break them down. So I gotta use the iron door. And I've discovered you don't use an iron door with a pressure plate on the outside because skellies can activate them. Did not know that was possible, but apparently it is because it happened to me. Or at least there was a glitch that caused the door to open. And I got murdered. Multiple times. Yeah, that's going to look good, I think. It's going to really keep with the style. Let's come back in here. Let's get some more glass. More glass. Around like that. Throw some cactus green in the middle. There we go. 10. come back and do this. There we go. 18. It's good to see the vines are starting to grow. I'm liking that. This is going to look nice when we're done. Again, remember the whole idea is kind of in and amongst nature, part of nature, that kind of thing. So I think it's going to end up looking real nice when we're done. It's going to be an interesting build. It's one of those builds, I've never done this particular style before. And it's one of those things where I like to kind of push my comfort zone when it comes to building things. So this is definitely doing it. I don't typically do sort of organic stuff, and you can kind of tell by the structural shape of it that it's, I'm not really pushing myself in that regard. It's more of the design aspect of it rather than the structural. Although once I get my main house finished, we're going to start building some buildings that are going to challenge me a little bit more on the design front. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Let's get some netherrack. That'll work. There we go. That looks nice. Yeah, I like it. Let's fix this side too. I don't have my axe on me. That's okay. We'll break wood with netherrack. So like I was saying, I got a new project starting up. It's going to be a new server. It'll also be a vanilla server. Be 1.7. And got a couple of people that I know they're going to be on it. And it's basically going to be an attempt to create a long-term sustainable server. It's going to be a YouTube server specifically. And it's going to be, its intention is to sort of create a rival for some of the other bigger name YouTube servers who will remain nameless in this video. But of course, as we're not a threat to them, but we definitely want to we want to put ourselves in that position where, that's what we're going for, is we're trying to, we want to become a mainstream YouTube server, one that people sort of flock to, kind of like some of the other YouTube servers out there that are very popular. And I think it's going to be really good. I got some. Best of all, I'm not directly managing it. I'm part of it, but I'm not. It's not like on Chunk where I ended up almost completely running it. Blur was there. I mean, I'm not saying that I was by myself, but a lot of the stuff was basically passing through me, and it was making it to where I didn't really have. I was having a hard time trying to do recruiting and record on the server and things like that. And with this, there's going to be somebody who's going to be handling that, so I don't have to, which is going to be nice. Ah, it's the wrong spot, and I broke it because I'm a dum-dum. Okay, let's go pick up another one over here. We will greenify this whole area. So yeah, I think this is gonna look pretty cool. Let's head upstairs real quick because I kind of want to show y'all what I ended up with up here. So, you know, when you're out and about, it's pretty hard to tell that there's actually a house here. I mean, you really have to kind of look at the color changes. You can kind of see from this angle, I need to plant some more trees to kind of canopy this area. But you can see it from here, but almost any other angle, you really can't tell that there's a structure here. And I kind of like that. That's kind of the look that I'm going for, where you really kind of have to look in and around and in between the trees. And this tree is one that I made, and it's off center. I have to fix it. Just haven't had a chance to do that yet. I need to get... Actually, that's the reason. Now I remember. That's the reason why I brought leaves. Because we're going to kind of work on this tree a little bit. We're going to do some blending a little bit. Try to blend these sets of trees together. Just try to create a nice little canopy area that sort of blocks people's view. That's the goal anyways, to block the view. Maybe something like that, kind of make it look a little bit more organic. Of course, it's never going to be perfect. I mean, there's always going to be there's always going to be gaps like here. I mean, there's always going to be stuff like that, but you know, the idea is that it's concealed to a degree. And I'm not trying to completely hide it. I just want it to be sort of something that you pass by and may not necessarily notice right away. It's kind of what I'm going for. I know Minecraft trees don't grow like this, but I think they look kind of nice when you've got different tiers of leaves. I think that's pretty cool. And I gotta get this mushroom out of here. We had a creeper detonation incident. We lost the stem. And I hate stuff like that. I hate a floating mushroom. So definitely need to take that out. That's pretty much all I've done to this area, really. I just kind of have been working on trying to get this house established. We're going to start moving stuff in. And this room over here is going to be torn down, redesigned. And this is going to serve as a storage room. So it's going to serve as our access downstairs. So, yeah, I mean, that's about it. You know, it's nothing fancy, but I think once we get stuff going, it's going to look pretty nice. Looks like the sun is setting. It's going to look nice once these vines grow over everything. It's going to be cool. Gotta put a door in place. I like the beam work. I really like that style. I think it looks pretty nice. Still a box. That's something I gotta work on. I gotta work on my design abilities. But alright, I think that's gonna do it for us for today. Hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you next week. If I don't get an extra episode out, I'll try to, but that may not happen. I think it's pretty safe to say I remember that when I first started this server, I said it wouldn't be an every week thing. I think it's pretty obvious by now that it's going to be. So I'm gonna, you know, officially schedule this as a Thursday show. Oh no! Darn it! Oh boy, now I'm in trouble. More terrain I'm going to have to fix later. Awesome. This server is insane at night. With everything set to hard. Here we go. Good. Made it inside. So yeah, this is our official Thursday show. My new project that I'm about to start will be moving to the Tuesday spot that's currently occupied by Chunk. And I think if everything goes well, I'm going to try, now I'm not going to commit to this yet, but I'm going to try to do a Let's Play World on Saturday. So we'll basically have an episode up every other day. Tuesday will be the new project, Thursday will be Newlands, and then hopefully Saturday will be the LP world. And it's going to mean, of course, more work for me. I hope that I can manage to get all the scheduling handled out, because I would really like to have extra series. I think that would be awesome. And I certainly do play enough for it. I just don't always have time to record because I've got kids running around, stuff going on, phone ringing. So, you know, with that, so with that, it becomes difficult to record a lot of times. Like, if I could record every minute that I was actually playing, I'd have so much video. But I can't, just because of the situation that I find myself in. Okay, there's a creeper. Let's dispatch him. No, no, no! Oh. Gosh. God, why can't I kill a freaking creeper today? So much land I have to rebuild now. Alright. Well, guys, again, hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope y'all have a good week, and I will see y'all next week.